Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. Well, that'll give them good field position as he kicks it out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Using his legs, it's Coleman. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass, it's Rodgers. Takes the easy completion. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Here's the handoff. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Boston. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Now the play fake. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies! Well, that couldn't have gone any better.
It's so great for an offense to come out right out of the gate and score a touchdown on your opening drive. It just helps the offense establish that rhythm that is so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does the remainder of this contest.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Smothers. Rolling the dice to bring... Zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback will audible. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They go to the ground. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football, try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Looking for a man. It's Rodgers. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to see the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Smothers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. To the air, it's Bailey. Throws to the tight end. It's caught. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Motion from the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got it in the middle. It's Rodgers. And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter.
Washington 10, NC State 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking the play.
2
They keep attacking through the air, and they can't make the connection.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Wolfpack will have first and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's running in the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a scoring toss from the 33. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. The tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had key.
Picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Makes the grab. It's Waters. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Finds his man. It's Concepcion. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was Bader.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page.
What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Got out of trouble and throws. Firing to the right, complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stint in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. NC State quick to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here. Just give him some easy looks to let him get landed.
Try and play action. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And now on second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Rodgers. Trying to get to him. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Washington sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Hey, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
The give to the back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
To the air, it's Bailey. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's got it, and they convert. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. NC State going up tempo. They'll go to the ground. Fights off a defender. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on second down, and now it's third down. Gonna let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Fast motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Fires into traffic, intercepted.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smothers. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires on the move. Got his man. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
They try to go draw, but just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and then the offense has a negative play.
Wants to throw. It's Bailey. He'll throw it. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Running back goes in motion. Looking to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? NC State quick to the line.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room, you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here, and also give him some easy throws.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. He wants to throw. Looking deep. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Looking to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Waters. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Going up top on 1st down. Release to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Buys a little time. He's going to run it. At midfield, he's got room. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on...
It's complete! He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. NC State going up tempo. Trying to slam in. Touchdown, NC State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Washington. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
To the air, it's Rodgers. Throws for the tight end. He makes a catch. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Sixkiller impersonation.
Yeah, what a good job by the pass rush, getting to the QB and putting a lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You got to get quarterback hits.
Takes the handoff. It's Coleman. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Trying to find his man on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. And you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. No good. Couldn't find a way to draw closer. Still an 18-point hole. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Rodgers. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. NC State 28, Washington 10.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
That's caught. It's Jackson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle. For the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're putting your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, My bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
This time he's got it. Running into the open space. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. The aerial assault continues. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the pummeling has started.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Now improvising. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. It's complete. A huge pickup. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. NC State quick to the line. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. To the air, it's Bailey. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Didn't even come close to getting back to the line. He'll lose 8.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense.